Afternoon, everyone. We're just doing something slightly different today. So, everything we've done so far throughout January and the beginning of February has all been about us and ourselves and the way that we can help other people. We have um, a little family. We've got Daisy, who is 10, and the boys who are 4, Max and Dex, and obviously my wife and myself. So today I wanted to bring Daisy and get her on board, involved in the channel, and um, we've been talking over the last few weeks about how we are wondering about certain different things and certain questions. And I just thought it'd be helpful that we did 5 of them each today, and then that can be transferred into how you approach things, or how you can tell me that things that I've said or done are wrong or right or whatever. So it's just, I don't know what Daisy's going to say to me, and she doesn't really know what I'm going to say to her. So I'm going to ask the questions, she's going to ask the questions, and we'll go from there. Okay, it's just a different way of approaching situations in these testing times. So over to Daisy.
Hello world, I am Daisy, I'm 10 years old, I go to Elmsall Primary School. First question.
What's your first question?
Why does COVID exist?
Wow. Start with an easy one, shall we? So that's that's again, that's down to lots of little things. They're not sure yet how the situation arose. There's people over in China now trying to find out. There's a team of people, and they will tell us some facts and figures and bits and bobs. At the moment, they are saying, or the people who know are saying, that it's come from a market and it's to do with bats. That's what they're saying. As far as I, if things change, I can be able to tell you a little bit more, but that's as far as I know so far. Okay, my question to you, first one. What are you enjoying most about lockdown? And that's this lockdown rather than the first one.
Okay. My favourite thing, I think, might be that we do online school, because I can see my family on FaceTime, because instead of my teacher that I have now, I have my grandpa who helps me with it. So that's why I like it, because of the online schooling.
You like lockdown because of schoolwork?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a massive
Because the
one,
schoolwork is actually easier, because sometimes we skip it, but at normal school we can't skip it.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. I mean, you
And we start at 10 and our school starts at
start
10 past 9.
So you start later in the day.
Yeah.
But again, that's something to be thought about, isn't it? If schools thought that they start a little bit later because children are more awake.
I don't really like it because of the online schoolwork, because I don't see any of my friends at school. But I do have a couple of friends on my FaceTime that I call about like lunchtime and when we have a break, so I keep in touch with my friends.
Perfect. What's your question 2?
Oh, question 2. Who created it? You said that in the first question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, again, we don't really know yet. Hopefully it's going to be something that we find out in the end.
I thought a person created it.
Well, nobody knows. Nobody knows. At the moment, it's like I say, it's to do with the market and to do with bats. But at the moment, it's the jury's out. That's what we'll find out one day. One day it'll all come out, and the main thing is that we stick together as a team and as a family, and make sure that we stay positive.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Hopefully it'll go away soon so I can have one of my friends around.
Doubtful. What do you want to What do you want to achieve by the end of this lockdown?
Gymnastics, singing, and art.
What? You want to achieve 3 things?
Gymnastics, because instead of doing PE at school, we run around the field a lot, and it's very hard. And when we do like a walk, 3 runs, and then a walk again.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go back inside, and I want to achieve more gymnastics, so I can like cartwheel around the field.
Yeah, but what do you want? Because obviously, I've said to you about how much exercise you get during lockdown. What do you want to achieve during this lockdown before you go back to school?
Oh,
let's say you go back to school.
I might want to do art, as I said, because we do art class, so I'm really bad at it.
But the more you practice at something, the better you become.
Yeah, that's why I want to do it. I'm good at the flower things that I do, but
They're beautiful.
we don't really use them anymore, which is annoying. So we haven't used them since one time.
So what's next? What's question 3?
Question 3. Oh, why do the presidents still go out?
So, are you talking about president in America?
Like, I once watched the news and I saw the presidents go out, and then at school everyone's telling me that the president got COVID. Oh my gosh. And yeah, so someone said that, and I don't know which one it was or who it was. I just heard it in the distance. I heard some name. I don't know who it was.
So Boris is our prime minister. He's not a president.
Yeah, but one of them got COVID, and then
they both
his
had
wife got COVID.
Trumpy had COVID before he's now gone.
Wait, he's gone. He's dead.
No, he's been replaced. So he got voted out.
Oh yeah, by Biden.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about that, and I was like, what?
Yeah, well, he got replaced. So he hasn't had COVID, but the other Boris has had it and Trump had it. So the reason why when you're in charge of a country, let's say, you've got to try and keep everyone going. So to go and see people, like Boris has just gone to Scotland to see people. There's a lot of hoo-ha about whether he should have gone or not. Because, like you say, why have they got the right to? When we're stuck at home, why have they got the right to?
They told us to go inside. Why are they still out?
And does that grate your grinds?
What?
Does that grind your gears?
Yeah, it makes me very angry, because if I was the president, I'd stay inside, because that wouldn't be fair, and it's not fair to let us go inside and then they don't.
Yeah, well, it's true.
It's so not fair.
It is true, but they have to keep, whoever is in charge, they have to keep morale up. And being a good leader...
I know how they say, they go on the news and they talk. That they could just do that at home. It's just weird.
When you're at home, like you just said about seeing your friends, when you're at home and you see your mate online... Is it the same as seeing them face to face?
No.
So
because I can't hug them.
No, but you can't hug anybody anywhere at the moment.
Yeah. And we have like a special handshake, but we can do that through the camera, sort of.
Yeah, that's fair play.
Because we just like do it through the camera. And we have a special handshake, and then me and Mia have a different one that we do together.
Can we have one? We have a special handshake. Come on. It's just our first one. Every one of these we do, we have to add to it. Okay, so this is our first bit. Well, that's the first one, right? So we do that to start with. Little fist pump to start the whole thing off, and then and then over the next year, and then when this goes further and further and bigger, our handshake will be about 52 things. Listen then, it'll be like when I went on holiday, I packed my trunk, and it'll be like, no, I had a special handshake all the way through. Right, question 3 for me. What would you like to do most if you were able to? If there wasn't a lockdown, there wasn't COVID.
I'd see my friends straight away.
That is the most important thing. Seeing your friends. Okay.
Yeah. I'd make them come round every single day.
Where would you take your friends?
Take them.
If you had any choice in the whole of
I'd
England.
probably take them to the park down the road.
Any choice in the whole of England, you go to the park down the road?
Oh, any choice. Swimming.
Swimming?
Yeah, the swimming place.
Yeah. Would there be slides and things to jump on?
The one in Barry that we normally go to. That's the one that I want to take them to.
Alright. Well, the pirate pool and stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, fishy. Right, your turn. Number 4.
Okay. Why are people not obeying the rules?
What do you mean, the COVID rules?
Yeah.
People are doing what they think is best. So
you can buy online. Why do people have to go to the shops?
Because
people
you can't buy everything that we can.
On the news,
yeah,
there are people in large groups. Why are you doing this?
Well, again, that's everyone's choices are different. We all have your feelings and my feelings and Mum's feelings.
When they get arrested for doing that, when they were arrested, don't the prison people have to socialise in the prison?
What do you mean socialise?
Like, stay distance when they go down the steps to the pool and then have their food and then go back up to the prison.
Yeah.
What about people when they talk to the other person?
Yeah, well, they'll probably have things in front of them, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So, on all these game shows now that are still carrying on, there's plastic dividers between everybody, isn't there?
What if they were talking to their friends?
They're again, I don't know why we're talking about prisoners, but
I don't know.
the prisoners will be in rooms of probably 2 or 3, and they'll be in their own separate bubble. So those 3 people would do everything together, and that's what would happen.
Okay.
So go back to your original question. People will do what they think is best. There'll be people that obey the rules and do everything they're supposed to do. There'll be people that don't obey the rules and do everything that they want to do because they're not being told what to do because they feel it's their right. And the third category is that people will try and do their best and make sure that whatever they do might be slightly bending the rules, but
they might have a family member that has passed away.
Yeah, or they might have a family member that they need to help.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing as well.
That's
right.
Just please, everyone.
My question 4 is, what is your funniest joke?
Is that
question 4? What's your funniest joke, please? Bearing in mind you're live on YouTube for the first time ever in your life, this is your funniest joke ever.
I think there's one that Granny told me.
Yeah.
Which was about 3 tortoises. They went to a cafe. They ordered 3 banana splits. And it began to rain.
Yes.
And can you stop saying that? Every time I stop, you're like, then it began to rain. So they said, "Oh no, we've forgotten our umbrella." So the medium tortoise said, "Let's send the little one to get it." So the little one said, "Okay, I'll go, only if you don't eat my banana split." They promised that they wouldn't. So off he went to get the umbrella. A few days later, the big tortoise said, "Come on, let's eat this banana split." And from the end of the cafe, the little tortoise said, "Don't eat my banana split or I won't get the umbrella." So he was only at the end of the cafe. And he has to get out of the cafe.
I like that.
And their house is about 3 kilometres away, so they might wait about a year for that.
Oh, I like that.
And then when he comes back, the banana splits mould.
Right, tortoises. Right, what's question 5? Final question.
Oh, can everybody watch the news because then you might learn something.
Yeah.
It's a bit like 4.
Yeah, well, it is a little bit, but you asking people to watch the news, or are you asking if should people watch the news?
I'm asking, can everyone watch the news? If you don't have a TV, then don't worry about it. Just look at the newspaper.
Why can't they listen to the radio?
If they don't have a radio.
So they have no technology at all?
No.
Okay.
They could just buy a free newspaper. If newspapers were free.
Some are.
Yeah.
So you're telling people to watch the news? Can everyone watch the news? Or
yeah.
how
Can they just
this?
please obey the rules?
Yeah.
And because I'm missing my friends very much. You probably are.
I've only got 3. Only joking.
No,
the 4th one.
I've got about 10 friends, but some break up with me a lot.
Okay. That's fair.
Anyways, your question.
No, that's what you're saying is really that's not really a question. That's more of a statement than a question, isn't it? What you're asking is for people. Please, can you keep watching the news? Which as I said to you before, I think that people should watch the news once a day rather than every 15 minutes, because you can fill your head too much with worry. But secondly, asking.
If the news is too scary for you, then don't bother. Just
No, but what you're saying, being a 10-year-old, and you're just asking people to adhere to the rules because you want to see your pals again.
Yeah.
And take them to the local park or go swimming again.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, Weeks. That's fair enough. You're not that sad.
Wait, no.
Being stuck with your daddy and your mummy, you're not that sad, are you? Anyway, what do you? Okay, this is the bigger picture. Okay, there's no COVID, there's no lockdowns, there's no nothing. What would you like to do? You're just coming off the camera there, Wiggs.
Oh.
What would you like to do when you're older? What is your goal in life?
Climb the biggest tree.
Perfect.
I just looked at the tree.
That's perfect. Being able to do that is your biggest goal in life at 10 years old at the moment.
No.
What? I thought that was lovely.
No, it's a bit like that, but it's actually to go on that thing in the High Lodge.
Oh, on the grown up.
Yeah, I was going to.
Yeah. Well, by the time you get there, Weeks, you're going to be...
I was about to go on it, and then you said no.
Yeah, it's my
Wait for the other people to grow.
Yeah.
And then lockdown appeared, and then...
Right, so that's the first thing we'll do. When lockdown's finished.
Yes.
We'll go to High Lodge.
With my friends.
With your pal.
With my Amelia. And Zach.
Whoever. We'll see. Anyway.
Everyone.
Thank you for that, Daisy Grace. It's amazing. I'm really, really chuffed. It's been really, really good. And will you join me again for another one?
Yes.
Next week?
Maybe.
5 more questions?
That took me about an hour to think of.
That's what we want. This is what we're using. We're using questions to talk to our family.
Wait.
And what we're trying to do is interact with you guys and let you know that it's okay to ask it.
15 minutes on each question used.
So how many for 5?
Wait, no.
15 minutes for 5?
60 divided by 5. No, a quarter of 60 is 20. No.
And this is where the maths start.
I'm good at maths. I can do long division, except with 2 numbers. So yeah, 60. A quarter of 60 is 15, and then times something.
5 questions at 15 minutes ago.
I don't know. I don't know how long I used on each question. I just used a lot of time. I'll say that.
Everyone take care. Be lucky, and send us some feedback on this if you fancy it. We will try and touch base next week. It is what it is. It's a little longer than usual, but
It's been
we're
about 20 minutes.
going to try it. Take care. Cheers.